Hey, Pink Floyd fans and music lovers, are you ready to uncover the untold stories behind one of the greatest bands in rock history? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Stick around as we dive deep into the rise, the fall, and the drama of Pink Floyd, the groundbreaking music, legendary concerts, and the power struggles that threatened to tear it all apart. Trust me, you don't want to miss this journey through the life and legacy of Roger Waters, the man who shaped the band's iconic sound. If you're as fascinated by the story of Pink Floyd as I am, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. David thinks he owns it, Roger Waters once said, frustration clear in his voice. I think he believes that because I left the band in 1985, he owns Pink Floyd. But he is Pink Floyd. These words are more than a reflection of artistic pride. They highlight the deep rift between Waters and David Gilmour. Pink Floyd wasn't just a band, it was a cultural phenomenon. Yet, behind the music that defined generations, a storm of egos and creative clashes brewed. Roger Waters was the band's creative powerhouse, but the story of Pink Floyd began long before their rise to fame. Waters was born in 1943 in Great Bookham, Surrey. His father, Eric Fletcher Waters, was a school teacher and devout Christian who became a pacifist-turned-soldier during World War II. Tragically, Eric lost his life in battle when Roger was just 5 months old. This profound loss shaped Roger's worldview and would later influence his music, particularly the themes of war, loss, and human resilience. After Eric's death, Roger's mother, Mary, moved the family to Cambridge. It was here that young Roger's journey began to intertwine with those who would eventually become his bandmates. He attended Morley Memorial Junior School and later Cambridge High School for Boys, where he crossed paths with Syd Barrett, the future frontman of Pink Floyd. David Gilmour, who would later become a pivotal member of the band, lived nearby and attended a different school. Little did they know their paths would converge in the world of music. As a teenager, Waters showed signs of the activist spirit that would define his career. At just 15, he became the chairman of the Cambridge Youth Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. Even then, his rebellious streak was evident, though he excelled in sports like cricket and rugby. However, Waters later described his school experience as oppressive, feeling stifled by its strict regime. This early sense of rebellion against authority would become a recurring theme in his music. In 1962, Waters moved to London to study architecture at the Regent Street Polytechnic School, where he met Nick Mason and Richard Wright. Together, they began exploring music, forming a band that went through various names before settling on Pink Floyd in 1966. Syd Barrett, a talented guitarist and songwriter, was the band's initial creative leader. Their debut album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn, released in 1967, showcased Barrett's whimsical and innovative style. But as the band's fame grew, cracks began to show. Barrett's mental health deteriorated, and his behavior became increasingly erratic. By early 1968, the band made the difficult decision to part ways with Barrett, bringing in David Gilmour as his replacement. This marked a turning point for Pink Floyd. With Barrett gone, Waters began to emerge as the band's dominant creative force, steering their music in a more conceptual and philosophical direction. The 1970s were a golden era for Pink Floyd. Waters' leadership, the band released a string of iconic albums, each exploring profound themes. The Dark Side of the Moon, 1973, became a cultural phenomenon, staying on the Billboard charts for an astonishing 736 weeks and selling over 40 million copies worldwide. Waters' lyrics delved into universal themes of time, mental health, and the human condition, resonating deeply with listeners. Wish You Were Here, 1975, paid tribute to Barrett, while Animals, 1977, critiqued societal structures and capitalism. However, it was The Wall, 1979, that cemented Waters' legacy. A deeply personal work inspired by his own experiences, the album explored themes of isolation, abandonment, and the pressures of fame. Its theatrical live shows featuring a giant wall being built and torn down on stage were revolutionary. The album's success was staggering, selling over 23 million copies in the US alone. Songs like Another Brick in the Wall became anthems for a generation, embodying defiance against oppressive systems. Yet, the very qualities that made Waters a visionary also created tension within the band. His growing dominance led to conflicts with Gilmour, Mason, and Wright. By the time Pink Floyd released the final cut in 1983, the band's internal relationships were strained to the breaking point. Waters wrote the album as a critique of war and political leadership, dedicating it to his father's memory. Despite its critical acclaim, the album's creation was marked by acrimony, with Wright's contributions diminished and Gilmour's role contested. The creative friction, while painful, was a testament to the band's high standards and passion for their art. In 1985, Waters officially left Pink Floyd, describing the band as a spent force creatively. What followed was a bitter legal battle over the rights to the Pink Floyd name. Gilmour and Mason, determined to continue under the band's banner, eventually won the right to do so. Waters retained the rights to specific creations, like the concept for the wall. Despite the settlement, the split left lasting scars. The feud between Waters and Gilmour was not just about music, it was about identity, legacy, and the soul of Pink Floyd itself. Post-Pink Floyd, Waters embarked on a solo career, releasing albums like The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking, 1984, and Radio KAOS, 1987. These works showcased his continued commitment to storytelling and experimentation, though they received mixed reviews. In 1990, Waters staged a monumental performance of The Wall in Berlin, commemorating the fall of the Berlin Wall. The event attracted over 200,000 attendees and was broadcast to millions worldwide, reaffirming Waters' status as a cultural icon. This concert wasn't just a performance. It was a statement blending music with global political significance. Meanwhile, Pink Floyd continued without Waters, releasing albums like A Momentary Lapse of Reason, 1987, and The Division Bell, 1994. While these records achieved commercial success, fans and critics often debated whether they captured the essence of the band's earlier work. Gilmour's guitar-driven sound and Mason's steady rhythm kept the band's spirit alive, but the absence of Waters' conceptual depth was evident. Still, the band's ability to adapt and evolve showcased their resilience. In 2005, a moment many thought impossible occurred. Waters reunited with Gilmour, Mason, and Wright for a one-time performance at the Live 8 concert in London. Playing classics like Wish You Were Here and Comfortably Numb, the band delivered a powerful reminder of their shared legacy. Though Waters and Gilmour continued to disagree on many fronts, the reunion was a poignant moment for fans. It highlighted the enduring power of their music and the emotional connection it fostered across generations. Waters' activism has remained a defining aspect of his life. From critiquing war and media to advocating for social justice, he has used his platform to address pressing global issues. However, his outspoken views, particularly on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, have sparked controversy. While Waters defends his criticism as targeting government policies, some have accused him of crossing into anti-Semitic territory. These debates highlight the complexities of balancing art, activism, and public perception. Waters' willingness to speak his mind, even at the risk of backlash, underscores his commitment to his principles. Despite the controversies, Waters' influence on music and culture is undeniable. His ability to craft concept albums that challenge listeners to think deeply about societal issues sets him apart as a unique voice in rock history. Even in his 80s, Waters continues to push boundaries, blending music with personal and political commentary in projects like the Dark Side of the Moon Redux Tour. These projects serve as a reminder that his creative spark remains undimmed, even decades after his career began. Waters' personal life has also been a topic of public interest. Known for his multiple marriages and outspoken atheism, his personal journey reflects the complexities of a man whose art and life are deeply intertwined. From his early days in Cambridge to his global success, Waters' story is one of resilience, ambition, and relentless creativity. But what makes Waters' journey truly remarkable is how he has continually evolved as an artist. His later works, like Is This the Life We Really Want? 2017, reflect his ongoing commitment to addressing societal issues through music. This album, which critiques modern politics and humanity's struggles, stands as a testament to his enduring relevance. Even his live performances have continued to captivate audiences. The Us Plus Them Tour, 2017-2018, combined stunning visuals with powerful messages, leaving audiences in awe. These shows featured Pink Floyd classics alongside Waters' solo material, blending nostalgia with fresh insights. Waters used these performances to challenge the audience, urging them to think critically about the world around them. As we wrap up this deep dive into Roger Waters and Pink Floyd, let me know your thoughts. Which album or moment from their journey resonates most with you? Comment below and let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with fellow Pink Floyd fans. Subscribe to the channel for more stories about legendary artists, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.